What are you shaking your head for?
I still can't believe it. The ethos of that dubious an organization. What was it that I believed in all this time?
Isn't that the very reason why I told you back then? That you belong with us?
Verlaine?
Who's your waifu? What? Actually, who is it? It's Tifa. From Final Fantasy VII Remake, mind you. In this game? Ooh, that's hard to pick actually. I would say... Oh damn, I decided very early on, but she died, like in the very first episode. Her name was Yui. And she was married to this guy Saiton, who's in our party. I think she's the cutest character in this game so far. You're defiled, Billy. You left the ethos and kept company with dregs who have no faith at all, and you lost sight of what it means to be defiled. I didn't expect it out of you. You who used to live only for your faith. You should have remained like us. So these guys knew about it? But fear not, Billy. I shall cleanse you. You'll live within me. You will become one with me in death! What? I bet that's Jesse. Now I see why he's been killing these guys. Hey, what's up? You! Father? How could you do that? Oh, shut up. What are you getting flustered about, boy? It was a stun bullet. He's just taking a nap. Should have been able to tell by the sound it made. Besides, these murderers are not from the ethos. Look.
That symbol.
Yes, that's right. They're agents of Solaris. Probably an assassination unit under Stone's command. I got word that they were exterminating all ethos members and hurried here, but I was too late. All ethos affiliates have already been killed, except for those on some sort of salvage mission.
You claim Verlaine and his men are an assassination unit for the bishop? How could you even say such blasphemy?
That guy just won't let it go. That's right. We are servants of the bishop. Our mission is to hand out judgment on fallen priests and sinners in order to make them repent.
Is that true, Verlaine? But why people from the ethos?
The Pontiff and his brethren deserve to die. They allowed greed to tempt them into abandoning their duties as the ethos to pursue world domination. Oh no, they abandoned their duties and did the right thing. How could they? Nah, I should not pass moral judgment here. They passed their own death sentences even when they allowed such desires to overtake them. All they wanted was a promotion. And that's not all. Saving orphans and refugees? That may seem like works of mercy, but the little boys and girls kept here were actually used as a means to satisfy the desires of the pontiffs and... Oh my god! I guess now it's official. These guys are all Christians. Indulging in selfish desires. This is not conduct befitting priests. Was this a thing even back in 1998? Holy shit! Such defiled leaven. Such defiled leaven. Is that the plural of leaf? No, obviously that's leaves. Such defiled leaven have no right to speak for God. That is why we set out on this purification work. They must atone for their sins. These are the bishop's orders. Leavening is used in making bread. But what is that?
Even if that were true, we have no right to punish others. Judgment belongs to God. That is what we were taught, wasn't it?
God? Where does such a being exist? You should know by now how the ethos came about. It was an organization created by Solaris aeons ago, solely for the purpose of managing ignorant humans. Bravo. Just a cooking engine. Oh, I see. So it's nothing special, is it? I know, that's the first time I've ever heard that word. Its doctrines are just deceptions designed to control the masses. The ethos use the two sweet truths of faith and technology, well, to skillfully manipulate global affairs and people's zeal. Thus, they manipulated the ignorant masses to repeatedly continue their pointless wars. Eventually, battle data on man and weapons gleaned from these wars were sent to Solaris itself and analyzed to aid in ruling the entire Earth.
Oh my god, this is getting so good. It feels like we are looking in onto the workings of the inner cabal, IRL. That's basically what's going on.
These intentionally perpetuated wars caused much psychological discord. But faith in God, salvation, was used as a cushion to soften the blow. Maybe that's what we should do now. Spread Christianity in Russia and Ukraine. This is your chance, guys. Something that intensifies fermentation. Have it, sex on stream for you, you'll love it. I mean, you need to play a lot of things, but if you're just gonna stream once a week, I'm gonna have to wait a long time. But I will make a note of Deus Ex if it is as good as this. Man, this shit is getting really good now. Even better than Tactics.
Circus releases a hidden cabal.
Iron Xenogears Wild Ride. And I'm only 30% in. Holy shit. It was a well thought out system, but the choice of managers was extremely poor. Well, pretty much everything succumbs to human corruption, which is why centralized authority is never a good idea. Or did you think that acting the part of a faithful servant of God would someday yield an answer from a great God somewhere? Can't you see that such a divine being just never existed from the beginning? And you don't seem to realize this, but you yourself were passing judgment on sinners as much as we were. Right, the Reapers! So the Reapers were humans after all? I have been passing judgment? That's right. Daily you have been dirtying your hands as an accomplice. Are you trying to take away my ultimate pleasure, Verlaine? Gah! Verlaine, hang in there! Billy... Is that the bishop? Verlaine! Verlaine! Oh, it's Stone! Wait, who's Stone again? A good-for-nothing chatterbox such as you has no right to live. Yeah, it is the bishop. Bishop Stone. Okay. Bishop! Why Verlaine? What in heavens are you trying to... Excuse me. What in heavens are you trying to accomplish? I'm the Inquisitor sent to Earth from Solaris. Inquisitor, you say? Status of Bishop is merely a convenience for my activities on Earth. The Ethos was created as a Solaris sub-organization and given the task of managing Earth's dwellers. All governments of power attracts pathological personalities. Not that power corrupts, but that it's magnetism of the corruptible. I disagree. I think power corrupts. I've seen good people, become absolute assholes once they were in positions of power. But yeah, that does happen too. Positions of power, they are like more likely to be occupied by psychopaths. Apparently there's a study showing that CEOs, especially of Fortune 500 companies, they have psychopathic tendencies. managing Earth dwellers. But over the years, the ethos started to set up convenient doctrines for itself. It then went on to gather the ignorant masses and created a god for them to believe in. Then, the ethos even went so far as to plot a separation from its creator, Solaris. And also something to say about people that do not have an ambitious opportunity, not being attracted to positions of power. That is very rarely the case, especially for men, because men biologically have a dominance instinct. So if you offer them a position of power, very rarely will you find someone who says no. Have an American Psycho? Nope. So Solaris had no choice but to eliminate all those who defy our rule and raise the flag of rebellion. You'd be surprised. Okay. I mean, I know plenty of people, and yeah, I hardly know anyone who's like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of life. Give it an opportunity. Yup. It's just that 90% of people are not competent enough to get that kind of power in society. The ones prepared as eliminators were the Etones, the Atoners. The organization I established within the ethos had two purposes. Who's the chatterbox now? On the surface, their aim was to eliminate the Reapers, or Vels, that run rampant on the earth. When you killed in World War I from back in the day, still playing the game, but no more guilty pleasure. Well, okay. I guess I am surprised now. Someone actually gave up guild leadership? Unbelievable. But that's not their only purpose. Behind the scenes, we also had selected men like Verlaine. These were responsible for observing and eliminating any corrupt people who appeared in the ethos. You didn't have the chance to learn of this, since you left the ethos so early. Sometimes you just want to have to deal with responsibility. A leader in a multiplayer, it's a pain in the ass. Okay. I guess because there's like hardly any benefits, maybe we don't want power just for the sake of power. This game I don't want to deal with idiots. What is that? World of Warcraft. Or actually, I just never told you. There was another role I wanted you to perform.
Another role?
Billy, there are certain things in this world that you're happier not knowing. Even lies and deceptions can become the truth for some people of the earth. Most people, I would say. Particularly those not knowing the true nature of things, or how these systems of things works. In fact, the God and faith systems set up by the ethos were the truth itself, were they not? Tell me, what other role are you talking about? What did Verlaine mean when he spoke of judgment? So you want to know? But can you bear the full weight of the truth? Indeed. Which movie was that? Oh my god! There's such a meme about this. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth! A Few Good Men! I think that's the name of the movie. How much is the truth weighing this game? It's probably something like all of our weights combined. Few Good Men, right? Billy, if you can bear that weight, then I'm willing to tell you. Honestly, he's right. Most people cannot bear to hear the truth. You believed that you were saving wandering souls, didn't you? That's why you carried out your cleansing of the Reaper's wells from the earth, right? In fact, it was all just another control system put in place by Solaris. But what's more, your saving work, that very activity you believed in so much, was in reality. You're talking too much nonsense! Father! You haven't changed at all since then. Have you, Stein? Stain? Stain? That's a name I haven't been called for a long time. Don't tell me he's one of the elements too. Hearing that name vividly brings back a pleasant twinge of pain to the scars on this body.
Leader understands that power is responsibility. More preferred than a leader who seeks power for the sake of it. I mean, I think that's why power corrupts, because people don't understand that it's more of a responsibility than authority. People just get high on that authority. And speaking of responsibility and authority, I think that's why you guys are saying you don't want to be a leader in game communities, because there is no authority attached with it. I mean, just look at Reddit. Reddit mods are like freaking insane. At least in some of the forums I've heard, they just do whatever the hell they want, and they're like, sorry, this is not a democracy. And same thing with Twitter. Twitter, quote unquote, trust and safety council. Apparently they just ban whoever they don't like, and they don't need to give any reason. But I think that's more about I think that's more like rather than power corrupting, that's more in line with the other thing that we were talking about. That positions of power like that attract a certain kind of people. When I had authority, I could choose who could enter and could eject people and punish people. Okay, I guess in that case you just didn't want the responsibility, no matter how much authority you had. Okay. Now, I have to admit that those kind of people are very rare. Certainly haven't met anybody IRL who's just like, oh no, I do not want any of that power because it comes with too much responsibility. Can agree there's authority, but games have much faster social metabolism. So game leaders have faster way of learning the hard truth of power.
Wow. And I guess we should make all of the politicians game leaders. Yeah, I guess if you put it that way, it makes sense. It would make sense that only psychopaths would prefer positions of power, because they just want to abuse all of that authority. Psychopaths, tyrants who want to execute their tyranny.
Some of them feel tired after I logged out of the game, though.
Yeah, that's where all the responsibility comes in. It is a burden. Nobody's denying that. You know what I mean, Josiah? Heh, your brain still isn't working right. Answer me! Why do you have such a roundabout way of doing things? That's not worth wasting my breath answering. Just consider it my reward in life. Of course, that includes watching your agonizing death. I could succumb to the desire to slice up your body here and now, and drag out your innards. But I can't do that now. I have a matter to attend to elsewhere. That duty comes before any pleasure I could have with you here. I haven't the time to waste anymore. I won't let you go that easily, Stain. I can't be bothered by insignificant wretches like you. Until next time, and as a parting gift, I'll have these men entertain you. Bishop Stone! Well then, excuse me. Oh, and Billy, if you have something you wish to discuss, come see me later. I'll be waiting for you.
To ever remove someone once for being a shithead. Change the occasional role of a tyrant and sip, but would not try to lead real people. I don't know, maybe you're more...
Stain, you aren't going anywhere.
So death blows can miss!